Welcome to the Parenting Roundabout podcast. I'm Terry Morrow.
And I'm Catherine Haleko.
Every Thursday, we're bringing you a library find, a pick from our archives, and a parenting or pop culture tidbit or two. Let's start with Catherine's library find of the week.
So this library find actually has a TV angle. So it kind of goes with all of our other weekly podcasts. It's a novel called Big in Sweden by Sally Franson. And it's a fictional, story of this American woman who goes on this reality show in Sweden, where it's like find your Swedish roots kind of thing. And like they bring these Americans over and they take them all around Sweden and show them places that are associated with their ancestors. There's also a competitive element, of course, because it's a reality show, right? And they have to do these, obstacle courses or other kind of challenges. And so then they get peeled off and some people get sent home. And they also, each contestant has a special day, they call it, where they really like drill down onto their background and their connection to Sweden. Anyway, it's fun, it's funny, but it's also it's a little more complex, because there's of course there's a romance angle to it as well. Yes, but it's not just like it's just a little more out of the box, I would say, than your romance novel. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because sometimes we need that in our lives. But yeah, so I actually am not finished with this yet, but I am enjoying it. It's called Big in Sweden. It just came out in the summer, in July.
It's another one I have to look up on Audible. I think I may have seen it.
Yeah, it would be fun, I think, to listen to. You'd hear some Swedish.
Well, that's what I look for.
Right.
Usually the foreign language I'm looking for is British English. But,
right. Well, and the
Swedish speak fine.
The other angle is that the author in real life really did a show like this. There actually is a show.
So it's a fictionalized version of what happened to her.
Yes. So that's kind of...
It is indeed on... Oh, and it is... This is why I wanted to look it up, because I saw a quote here from Meg Ryan, and indeed... It is narrated by Meg Ryan.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
All right. Well, I'm going to buy that for 1 credit.
Boom. Done.
See, it's the second week in a row. I am purchasing items from Audible on air, so keep it up.
There you go.
Sadly, I'm also trying to record from my phone, so.
We've recorded your purchase here.
That's right. Maybe we can get Audible to sponsor our show.
Yeah.
We'll lead you through the spending of a credit on the thing that we talk about.
This is how it works. Yes. So there you go.
Cool. Yeah. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
I look forward to reading that.
It's fun.
I'm still on the David Berry book. I still haven't gotten out of it. But when I do, I've got so many fun things to read.
Yeah, you got the museum one.
Yes. I was going to do Gentleman in Moscow next, but it's 17 hours.
Yeah, it's worth it.
That's longer than the miniseries.
Yeah, that's true. Well, that's why they had to cut things back.
Yes, so.
It's good, though.
It's acting, and there was visuals and stuff. So that takes up some time.
Yes, it's so good.
I get excited about listening to books, and then sometimes you just look at how long they are and go, that's a lot of time.
Well, this is why
it would take me that long to read it with my eyeballs, I guess. But still, it seems like a long time to be listening to something.
This is why I downloaded Demon Copperhead, which is the Barbara Kingsolver novel. That
Barbara
is
Kingsolver.
20
her.
hours, more than 20 hours. And I knew that it was going to be a tough listen. It's because it's this kid growing up in Appalachia and foster care and OxyContin and all kinds of dead parents. It goes on like that. So I had to have that sitting on my phone for a real long time before before I started it.
I went through a phase of reading all her books for a while, and they were great, but not light reads.
No, not at all.
So,
yeah, that it combined with the last book club book I read, that is why I'm reading Big in Sweden right now, for sure.
I think that you deserve that.
Yes.
That sounds like fun. Yeah. And Meg Ryan. I'm going to listen to Meg Ryan read it to me.
There you go.
That makes me happy.
Yay.
Another double elimination week on Dancing with the Stars. In this case, there was an episode on Monday, there was an episode on Tuesday, and there were 2 people going home on Tuesday. And I think we can all breathe a sigh of relief as to which 2 those were.
Yeah.
I believe those 2 are also making a sigh of
Exactly. I mean, I thought Reginald was going to come right out and say, like, I'm all done. I'm good.
Yeah.
Thanks, Emma.
I really thought, a super gracious way to do a double elimination here would be for the 2 of them to step down. Right. Because Reginald especially, I feel like is hurting himself with this.
Yes.
Physically. Even though, what is he doing? That would be harmful, because as far as I can see, possibly Emma hit him with an arm here and there and created some bruising, but
that was possibly the most we've ever seen a pro do, to dance around a person who was shuffling from side to side every once in a while. Wow.
Yes. She and Britt were working hard, yes. But yeah, it was time before
somebody broke a hip. Yes.
I thought this was a good idea for Reginald. Who? I mean, maybe he got a couple of nice paychecks, so good on you, man.
Yep.
But maybe time to talk about a new agent. I don't know. Anyway, before we get to the second day in which the double elimination occurred, after we watched Monday's episode, we recorded a little bit about it, so we're just going to drop that in here, and then we'll come back and talk about Tuesday. So first we had Soul Train night. Soul Train. Remember Soul Train?
Yeah. Remember the hairstyles? I don't know why they were so obsessed with, like, bangs and, like, poor Dwight. I mean, he got the heck was Prince that Valiant wig. Like,
he had the same wig that Jenna was wearing.
Yeah, he and Jenna looked their hair was exactly the same. And I really thought that they were far too hard on him. That was cute. And he got, like, I think he scored lower than Eric.
Yes,
like,
the scoring was nuts. And they are being extremely kind to Eric and Reginald. And no, I don't want them all getting 1s. But if you're giving people a 7 so as not to make their score too high, and then you give somebody who's not very good a 6, that's a problem. If you're going to give the people who are pretty good but not as good as you want them to be a 7, you have to give the people who aren't very good like a 4. It can't be 1 point less. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Literally, Dwight and Daniela got 23, and Eric and Britt got 24.
It's just very wrong. Unless they're trying to pad. Why would they? If Eric and Reginald are getting votes, you don't need to pad them, because it doesn't matter.
And I'm sorry, but who's voting for Eric?
That is a very good question.
I mean, I get Reginald. People seem to, sitcom dad. Yes. Like, I get it.
Yes.
Eric Roberts, what?
I don't get it.
I don't understand.
I am really liking Ilona and Alan.
Yes.
They are a great pair, and they are having a lot of fun on social media.
They
if you don't follow
sure
either of them.
Are. I am following them, and it's like a constant stream of just very funny and very cute little clips. I'm like, how do you even have time to make all these reels? Because I love it.
Yeah, they seem to be a similar level of goofball, and that makes it very enjoyable.
Yes.
So I threw them some votes.
It's very fun.
They're adorable.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, and Show, I am going to have to put you in the corner. Seriously, sexual healing for Brooks and Gleb. We get it.
Oh, we get it. Oh, it's the worst.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
And you're giving them scripted lines about it.
Yeah.
Stop.
Yeah. No one asked for this at all.
No. No one wants this.
Yeah.
Really.
Please.
Stop.
Please stop.
Stop. It's bad enough that you're doing it as a behind the scenes thing, but then the Winky song choice, stop it. I mean it.
Yeah.
Now, there's nobody else here I would rather have showmanced. I'm glad you're not showmancing, Riley and Steven. No.
Yep.
I'm glad you're not showmancing Reginald and Emma. That's it's good. They're the least offensive showmance, I guess, but it's supposed to be organic, Britt and Daniel weren't dancing to Sexual Healing in week 2.
Yeah, and they didn't even
you didn't really know they were dating until
it was over. Yeah.
So that's the way we like it.
Yes, please.
It's just to be sort of a pleasant surprise and not a get it, nudge, nudge, nudge.
Yeah.
Stop.
Bleh.
So
go away.
Yeah. So is Soul Train having a anniversary of some sort? Why is this all of a sudden? I mean, I'm not denying that people have fond memories of it. I remember it. It was a thing of some importance that happened on TV. But why randomly now? Rosie Perez was available?
Yeah.
Her agent suggested it?
Right. It was fun to see the little clip of her.
Yeah.
It first aired in 1971, so it's not a particular round number anniversary.
It just seems, no offense to people who loved it, it seems really random.
It ran for 39 seasons.
Okay. All right. Why would they have not done it before then?
Yeah, they should have done it on its 50th anniversary or something. Yeah. So.
Oh, okay. They got in a load of curly wigs and bell bottoms, and they thought, what the heck are we going to do with this? Oh, I know.
The bell bottoms on Riley were enough to be hiding footwork costuming.
Yeah. The bell bottoms of hidden footwork.
Yes.
But she doesn't need it.
She doesn't. I know. It's funny.
Oh, well. Silly show. So Tuesday, hair metal night. Was anybody
also Paso Doble night, apparently?
Well, it goes well with heavy metal.
I guess.
They exhumed Gene Simmons from somewhere.
Ugh. He was kind of gross.
I was hoping he was just going to go give everything a 9, and then he gave some people really low scores.
I know.
Which,
it was
what?
Very weird.
Man?
Yeah.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, he was icky. I didn't care for him.
I will confess that I got a late start watching this, and so I was watching on having taped on the VCR and then fast forwarding my way through it. And I did not listen to any of the judges talk.
Well,
I just saw the scores, and I feel like that was a good choice with this particular episode.
There was a lot of nonsense.
Did they make Alona cry?
Yes, they did. I mean, she was already upset.
She doesn't look like a girl who cries just at the drop of a hat.
Yeah.
What the heck, you guys?
She was upset because she knew she messed up. And then she just, they just kind of they weren't mean to her, but they were just yeah, you messed up. And
did we mention that you messed up?
Yeah.
And there you messed up there again.
Right. So that was a shame.
Yes.
Yeah. So when they put her as one of the final 3,
yes,
I was
my goodness.
You better not.
I mean, I seriously don't know how engineered these endings are and these vote totals and whoever is in the final 3 and all that stuff. But if legitimately they were the bottom 3, the producers of this show must have been saying rosaries and whatever that, oh my gosh, no. Do not send Alona home.
Do not
and have one of these geezers stay in her place.
Our Olympic hero, who is also a social media hero, absolutely nonstop with the reels and the TikToks.
Yes.
She is so good at this, that part of it. So
it would have been, and she has potential with the dancing.
Yeah.
Whereas neither of those dudes is ever going to do more than he's doing right at this moment.
Correct.
standing on the stage waiting for the vote count.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was fortunate or well orchestrated. I'm not sure which, but yay.
Yeah, I mean, I know
a bullet dodged.
We've talked about in the past, like, scaring the people so that they're like, oh, I better vote for Alona next time. you know?
That may be why she was in the bottom three.
Yeah.
She wasn't naturally. But, you know, we also talk quite a bit about people who stay on the show well past the point where it's obvious that everybody else is hugely better.
Yeah.
They were so clearly a whole tier below everybody else.
Yeah. Even though their scores don't necessarily.
This is the thing. Yeah, they're giving them nice scores, and then they're giving other people hard scores, and the scoring is a problem.
I mean, Reginald comes out and stands effectively still for his entire dance. He gets 21 points. Then Chandler immediately follows with a jive where she is all over, you know, moving as fast as she said, as fast as she can, like killing it. And she gets 33. So she gets 12 more points than him. But that's not that much.
No, it's really not. And, you know, aside from the fact that they're really not moving and dancing, they also, and this is crucial to me with this show, don't look like they're really having a lot of fun.
Right.
I mean, they're obviously moved to be here. They're happy, you know, they enjoy their partner and stuff, but they're not being silly and goofy and getting into it with the other contestants.
Right.
It just seems like I got to do this.
Right.
I'm going to do this.
And I'm terrified, but I'm going to keep
It's not
going.
fun to watch them.
No.
So I'm very happy with these results. I think these results were essential. And now it gets interesting.
Right.
Because there's a lot of people that are at the same general level.
Yeah.
But nobody from here who's really just abysmal. Phaedra, I think Val is doing a variation on the dancing around your mostly inert partner. Mm-hmm. And it's not as obvious when the guy is doing it, I think. Mm-hmm. But he's mostly dancing and then dragging her around. Yeah. So she could be she's like the next tier up. But most of them are at least fun to watch. Yeah. Even if not so much doing an actual identifiable ballroom dance.
Right. I mean, Steven gave us some pommel horse.
Yeah. Yes.
That was cool.
Guy can make even hair metal look nerdy. So that wig. And he just looked so adorable and bright-eyed in that wig. You're not supposed to look adorable and bright-eyed in that wig, man.
And also, I'm sure didn't hear this because you were fast-forwarding, but Jean was like, what were you doing on the floor there? Like, referring to the pommel horse stuff. I'm like, where have you been? And then
it's pommel horse guy, Gene. It's pommel horse guy.
And then he said something like, you know, Superman wore glasses. He's like, he was basically being like, don't feel bad about wearing glasses. Like, again, you have entirely missed the point. Wow.
Somebody please sit Gene down in front of the internet and show him around, will you?
Yes. I mean, it's too late now, but wow.
Yeah.
That was something.
Goodness. Can we please be done with bad wig nights?
Well, we still have Halloween to come, so.
Yes. Oh, goodness, we do, don't we? Well, let's see. Was there any... I enjoyed in Dwight's number, there was a little bit in which he was on his knees dancing with her in hold.
Right, and she was like they were, yes, exactly.
That's one way to do it.
That's one way to do it, and ouch, that probably hurts.
Yes.
Unless he had knee pads on under there.
Maybe so.
They scored a little bit better than they did yesterday, but still they weren't.
So were the judges happy with Jen and Sasha? It seemed like they were. I thought it was kind of a little slow, and she just doesn't seem to have that bachelorette thing. Yeah. Which is maybe like a cheerleading background or something.
Right.
She just seems like sort of a normal person.
Yeah, it seems like the bachelor who might be the ringer is more Joey.
Yes, absolutely.
I'm sorry to tell you.
he has more of the Bachelor franchise mojo going for him, I think. And Sasha, man, you just can't get a break, can't you?
Poor guy.
You get the champion gymnast after the other gymnast has won, and so you don't get it. You get the bachelorette when there's a bachelor on the same episode. Oh, buddy, I feel for you.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen, I don't think.
No, I don't see that happening unless something crazy happens. I don't know. I mean,
you never know.
She's fine. You know, I mean, there's no.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
She's not like Brooks where I can't
layer of gloss.
stand her.
Yeah. I like her, actually, which is also different from most of the Bachelorette.
Exactly.
Darn. I thought it's understandable and necessary, I guess, but it made me laugh that Alfonso had to apologize for Rock Me Like a Hurricane.
Yes. Like,
man, I don't think anybody would have thought of that had it not been brought up.
Yeah. Well, would you
have thought a hurricane song? That's in very bad taste. It's a classic rock song.
I mean, and he said, like, these things are chosen weeks before. Like, well, I mean, when was Hurricane Helene? That was probably a couple weeks ago. Also, this whole thing is hurricane season. Yeah. So.
Oh, well, I don't know. Maybe they got some donations to hurricane charities. Look at them.
I hope so. I certainly hope so.
Oh, man. Well, Brooks and Gleb continue to be ick.
Ick. Extremely.
Chandler continues to look like a young lady who is not learning how to dance today. Has known it coming in.
Yes. Disney kid energy for sure.
Absolutely. And Stephanie and Ezra were dancing together. So cute.
Doing all kinds of lifts.
Yep. And I guess Derek is going to host the dance demo of the week.
Yeah.
I think they did one with different kinds of ballroom dances. Then one was on lifts. Right. I think we all kind of know what a lift is.
Exactly.
Okay. Oh, that's what they mean. Oh. I see. You mean he lifts her up. Okay, thanks, Derek.
Look at that.
Your hair looks completely ridiculous, man.
I know.
What?
How are you out there with a straight face? It's difficult to say.
Yeah. So, it was an enjoyable enough evening if you could overlook the ridiculous wigs.
The ridiculous wigs and the ridiculous scores. Are you going to give more votes to Alona now?
Well, I started with Monday's episode. I still give 10 votes to Steven. I give 5 votes to Alona and I think to Jen, just on Sasha's behalf.
Right.
I'm still on Team Steven mostly.
Yeah.
His girlfriend has been doing cute social media also, so.
My claim to fame is that my cousin is a volunteer at the animal shelter where they got their cat.
Oh, wow. Well.
So they had some social media around before Dancing with the Stars, but after the Olympics, they did like, here's a report on the cat. Like, here's how he's doing. That the shelter posted. So I'll see if I can find it.
Nice. Yes, find that.
It's cute.
Yes. Well, on we go to next week. Do we know what the theme of next week is?
Dedication night.
Okay.
Alfonso said something about like heartfelt stories or whatever because Mark Ballas is going to be the guest judge and Derek's wife Haley is going to perform.
Oh, yes.
For the first time
since... That's a dramatic story.
Yes.
So what do we have for the archives this week?
Well, this is another one of our famous previous episodes. It's from
Back
2018.
When we were smart and creative.
Yes, 2018. We said somebody's come up with tiger moms, and then they started calling us helicopter parents, and then it was lawnmower parents and something called elephant parents that I don't even remember what that's supposed to be.
Nothing draws the clicks like naming parents something.
Yes. So we decided we had to get in on it. We came up with a whole bunch. So this was a fun one to go back and revisit for sure. And we can see if we have any more thoughts on this. Yes. The podcast parent always broadcasting all the embarrassing things.
Definitely. Was that one of the ones that we had, or is
Yes, no, that was one of the ones that we did have.
And we're still at it.
We're still there.
And we're still broadcasting all the embarrassing things the kids have done. Or that we have done, more likely now.
Yeah.
But, boy.
I like another one we came up with at that time was trampoline parent, providing a good landing, but launching the kid back out.
That's definitely a young adult parent.
Yes.
Kind of parent.
Right.
Though, I'm sort of the beanbag chair parent. The kid lands and then can't get out. They're just there. You say, "Can I give you a hand?" No, I'm fine. Oh, well. Well, we have the next generation of parenting in my house. My daughter is the dog mom. And we have named my son the dog Funkle.
Yes.
So, because, the dog was supposed to be for all of us, but we got the dog at the same time as my daughter moved into the mother-in-law apartment. And then that's the space that has the door to the backyard.
Right.
So it kind of became eventually her responsibility to take care of the dog, in which case she also gets
credit
to have
for
a little more ownership of the dog
Right.
than the rest of the family. So we had to give my son something to sort of, you're the Funkle.
Yeah.
I find dog mom shirts. I have not yet found a dog Funkle shirt. I find one.
You might have to get
Shot
on.
forward, make it.
Get
Somebody
on
else,
Zazzle.
come on. Zazzle, come on, get with it. Show me.
Yeah.
I need to recognize his job,
His contribution.
his important job in distracting the dog so she doesn't bother me. So,
Yes.
dog, yeah. It's off the topic, is the dogs. We have to have a dog topic one week, but
That's true.
I got dog stories. But let's see, what other sort of parents are we?
Beanbag that's an excellent one.
Yes, that's where we definitely are now.
Yeah.
Just flailing away.
Yeah, I have one who's crept, almost all the way out of the nest, has just like one toe still in the nest. And that toe is on the ATM button, that toe is like, I'm just here. No, that's not very nice to say about my child, but, that's the main service that we are providing, right?
That's right. The birds leave the nest, but they still want to come back for a worm every now and then.
Yes, exactly.
And that's a tough transition to make when you've been used to your parents essentially being the ATM.
Right. And with the other one, still out of the house most of the time, not earning as much of their own money. So, again, serving the ATM purpose. But in this case, it's a lot more of like just straight up asking for money, but then he has to say what it's for. So then I get, intel on what's going on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So ATM parent, is that something that we had before?
I don't believe we did.
Because that sounds like what you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
I, as an ATM, I have not really been an ATM parent for a while because since my kids are living at home and working, they have discretionary income.
Right.
They don't, there's things that we pay just because we're paying the household.
Right.
And, or that it's more than they would be able to pay.
Right.
So, but most of their stuff, they are definitely relatively self-sustaining. Mm-hmm. And the other day, my ATM got a deposit. My daughter wanted to buy a phone, which she was going to buy herself with money she had made.
Right.
And we were going to have lunch at the mall. And so we're going to drop my son back off at work, and then we were going to go to the mall and have lunch. And he goes, "Here, buy lunch on me." And he gives me a wad of cash.
Ooh.
Because he had gotten tips at work.
Mm-hmm.
And what is this paper money
Right.
that you speak of? I don't do anything with this paper money.
Right.
It means nothing to me. So he just,
you can
I can't
have
use
it.
it. I have no use for it.
Right.
Here, buy yourself lunch.
Awesome.
So, yeah, so that worked out pretty well. I was very appreciative. It was very sweet of him to buy. He takes his sister out for lunch from time to time, which is very nice. But I felt like somebody put some cash in an envelope and slipped it through the ATM slot.
Yeah.
Made a little deposit.
Excellent.
He ate my leftovers the next day, so he got something out of it.
Yes.
So I am possibly a payoff parent.
Yeah.
I am no longer the chauffeur parent.
Right.
My daughter is sort of the chauffeur parent now.
Right.
She takes me places too.
Yeah, gotta love that. The reverse role parent.
Reverse role. That's right. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the Medicare mom, constantly reminding everybody about how old I am. You're not that old, Mom. We don't want to hear about how old you are. But look,
Look at this mail I got.
Stars.
And
look at this mail I got.
And I know what payphones are.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah. You know, every now and then you get the question like, "So what were the computers like when you were in school?" Honey, let me tell you.
Let me tell you about something called a typewriter.
Yes, yes. Pads of paper and pencils. It was a thing.
Yes.
I mean, my daughter's old enough that she's like, "Well, when I was in school, we just had computers that everybody used. And now the kids have their own tablets right at their
Right.
desks. These kids today." I go, "Sweetie, they didn't even exist when I was in school.
Yep.
Not only did I not have them, there were none."
Nope.
So, well, I mean, I guess IBM had some in a room, but there were no personal computers.
No.
I got my first personal computer I was in my 20s, and it was the size of a sewing machine.
Yeah.
And it was a K-Pro. I think they were pretty early K-Pros.
Yeah, probably.
But I always swore I would never have one. I loved my typewriter, and real writers don't use things like that. And then one day at a writer's conference, I saw somebody using it and realized that, oh my gosh, I don't have to retype things
Yeah.
when I make a mistake.
Right.
Oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, give me one right now.
Right.
So that's easy.
Yes.
Technology knocked me right down.
Right. The IT parent.
The IT parent. I have been the IT parent for sure.
Yeah.
Technology could stop for a while and let me catch up.
Right.
I still can mostly do it, but it used to be I could hit things. And
Yes. Yeah.
And then it used to be that I could Google things and I would understand what I saw and it would work.
Right.
But now there's like 5,000 different kinds of anything. And
Yeah.
so what you find on Google is for, oh no, that's for a 16PT and you have a 16PS.
Right.
We have no idea what to do for your computer. So, I still, if I'm patient enough and persevere enough, I can find my answer.
Yeah.
But it's getting harder.
Yeah.
Possibly my brain is getting slower, but
I don't know. I think it's just moving fast.
what could we say for forgetful parent, forgetful mom, memory mom, no memory mom?
Yeah, no, but there's got to be like goldfish.
Goldfish,
'Cause-
yes.
Yep.
Yeah, that's attention span though, right?
But isn't it also memory? Like, don't they
Might
say
be.
that like goldfish, they
They live for like 5 minutes.
they
right?
take
So
a
how much
lap
do they have
around
to
the
remember?
bowl and they have no idea that it's
And then it's new. Look at this new place.
exactly.
Wow. There's a certain appeal to that,
Yep.
isn't there? But no, I always have to ask my kids for things. They have to remember. If anybody wants me to remember something, I go tell one of my kids because they'll remind me.
Yeah.
And they know things. They're like, why can't you remember? It's like, my brain is all full up.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Yep,
There's no more room.
We're done now.
I haven't found the drain yet to take things, There's certain things. If we could lose the memories of the stupid things I've done throughout my life,
Yeah.
we could make room
There'd be
for,
so
yes, that
much
appointment
room.
is this week.
Right.
Why the brain is bad at managing input and output.
Yeah.
It should be clear what things you want to never think of again. Right. And what things you would really pretty much like to remember.
Yeah.
And yet, it seems to do the opposite.
It sure does.
So, that does not please me.
No.
Every now and then, just some new thing stupid thing I'd forgotten I had done. It's just been buried in there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I remember that. I don't want to remember that.
Yeah, leave it there. Leave it in the bed. That's the ostrich parent.
Yes. I want to be the ostrich
Put your head in the sand and
think of, why did you say that? Oh, gosh. Put my head in the sand. Perhaps just stay there forever.
Yep.
It's rough. So that would be memory overload, Mom, maybe.
Yeah.
Remembers all the wrong things. We play our birthday game still with IMDb. And my son's like, how do you guys know all these people? How do you remember all these people? And it's like, and I'm sure subtext is, and yet you have to ask me, what our phone number is. Right. So our house number, I remember. Mm-hmm. My personal cell phone number, somebody has to tell me.
Yeah. Yeah, I had to
fit.
I was, I think, checking in at the doctor's office the other day, or I was somewhere where I had to input on some website, something I had to input the last 4 digits of my phone number. And it's definitely like, okay, nope, that's my son. Nope, that's my daughter. No, yeah, okay.
I can remember my phone number from childhood.
Yep. I could tell you it right now.
Prefixes we
2375788.
No, don't say it if you ever use it as a password.
I do not.
Okay. It's a good thing to use as a password because you remember it.
Yeah, but it's all numbers. It doesn't have any.
But I mean, when I was in a kid, we just used the last 5 numbers. We didn't use all the rest of it. But yet I still remember the rest of it.
Yeah.
How is it that I can't remember my cell phone number? I mean, I never call myself, but still.
Yeah.
I've written it down enough times. My computer remembers it and fills it in for me. That's why.
That's why you don't remember it. Totally.
Other people remember it and fill it in.
Yeah.
Well, I'm feeling like dumb mom. That's when I get quite frequently also.
There's lots of animals who have a reputation for not being the sharpest.
Oh, yes. What animal would that be? Dodo mom. I've been an anonymous dodo on Google, right? See, they know.
Yeah. Right now you're a rhino.
I'm an anonymous rhino. That seems body shaming.
It doesn't look like a rhino. Oh, now I see it. I thought it was like a koala bear, like with these like cute little ears.
Koala bear. That'd be fine.
Yeah.
I don't want to be a rhino. I don't want to be a rhino.
Yeah, it's a rhino.
I'm a pygmy rhino. I'm a little rhino.
Like the pygmy hippo that's so popular right now.
Well, do we have any other labels to indiscriminately put on ourselves or others?
I think we're ready to move on.
We are moving on, moms.
That's right.
Thank you for listening. You can find all our episodes on Spreaker, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, or wherever you get your podcasts. You can find recaps, links, and an opportunity to comment on our website at parentingroundabout.com.
You can also talk to us on our Facebook page, on Instagram, or on Twitter, where you'll find us at Roundabout Chat. And please visit our Amazon shop at amazon.com/shop/mamatude, where you can find links to a lot of the things we've talked about over the years.